OnePlay. Now, this particular show, we are still trying to put a name to it, but hopefully, I'm hoping it to get something that has the undertones of guy. But for today's interview, let's do it OnePlay News special edition with my personal stylist, Guy thing. He's the one that, gave me this red, beautiful dress. I look so cute. When I went out to look in the mirror, I looked like Cinderella. Why don't you do stuff for ladies in the
Well, I feel like, women, they buy things. They buy on credit. Okay, no, that's just by the way, but I feel like my strength is with the guys, So when I was coming up, I realized my strength was with the guys. So even though now I still do women, but I don't do much of it. I do stuff that men and women can wear, like jeans, sunglasses, sneakers, and all that. So I do women, but I just don't do full women. Yeah.
Okay, but then when you want to do like style women, men, which one is more? Or when you want to sell, let's start with sell. Which one is kind of
it's more lucrative? Okay, well, it's with the men, because a woman, before she buys something, she may ask her guy, her boyfriend, her husband to buy for her. But when a woman actually wants to buy something, it's something she actually needs, but it won't be like me Toby Brie or something like that. It's just, let's say one sneaker at a time, one t-shirt at a time, one jeans at a time. But when a guy comes to buy, he buys like in bulk. So
what accounts for that?
The guys, we will buy things. We will be. I don't want to use a certain word, but we will buy the things. So. Sometimes too, before a lady buys, she also has to ask her man or something like that, and he will go like, "Okay, let me buy for you." You understand? So I think that one also plays. Okay. So the doing with the men is more lucrative than
Let's talk about the styling too. Which one who is difficult to style? Is it a man or a woman?
I won't say. Basically, before you style someone, you need full information about the person, where they come from, the kind of work they do, the occasion they are attending. Okay, most importantly, and then also and then you need to boost the person's confidence. Okay, so you need to look at all these things. So it doesn't matter if this person is. But we also have people who are complicated because they don't know what they want. You understand? They will just call you. Okay, I'm going for an award show, style me. And you want to choose something you feel, will be good for the person, but they will like, no, I don't feel this one is okay for me and blah, blah, blah. But you do it on another person, you'll be like, I want to look at this person, I want to do you to style me like, So it just has to do with, you, the stylist. You need to have full information about whom you're styling.
Have you ever styled somebody, the person is like, nah, this one here, guy.
Yes, Charlie, you're taking me back. You're giving me memories. When I started, people have issues with trust. People have issues with people who just started, their craft. No matter how good you are, when you start something, you have people doubting you a little bit. So when I started, I don't want to mention names, but there are people who actually called me to style them, and then I actually, gave them style I thought would be good for them, but they actually didn't like it. So I was like, okay, let me just try with my friends. Okay, I have friends who are going for shows or something. I go like, okay, let me style you for this particular show. Then somebody will see it and go like, okay, I think you're looking good. Who styled you? They go like, okay, guy. So referrals actually help me out of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why guy though? Because I know that because to be a guy, you made the body one. What to be a guy? Settle the course.
Well, even after now, people ask me, okay, what is your band name? I go like, guy. I'm like, hey, for a little man, you have a big name for a little man. I'm go like, okay, well, the name started from, way back in secondary school. I'm somebody who likes fashion so much. When people look good, I'm happy. And I also try my best to look good myself. So people see me in class and go like, Charlie, they look guy. So I was like, okay, one day when I establish my own business, this should be my name, So that's where I started from.
Okay, so I know you work with people, you work with me, brands. How do you tell them? We're not with you. Let's talk about how you select who you want to associate your brand with, and what is a no-no for you and what is the right choice for you.
Okay. Well, before I started, it wasn't my plan in the first place.
Okay.
But Sugar Lord, okay. Well, Sugar Lord is one of the people I'm working with, but I think our meeting was by chance. Okay, I just went for a show. He was performing. And then, I immediately I saw him. I was like, no, let me start something like this. This guy I should do something with. And besides that, I feel like, there are certain brands, the moment you come into contact with them, you feel like, you can do a lot together, and then both of you can like grow. So I'm just, a small business who's trying to be big. The minute I see people like my brand who are also trying to get there, I feel like I need to do something with them. So that's how I came across your humble self, and then Sugar Lord himself here. So
that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, now we will talk about the industry and music and fashion, and how fashion has changed the music scene, and how it's even going to evolve even more. By the way, it looks like this started and this kind of dressing it has come back.
Yeah.
Fashion,
that is true. Okay, the fashion trend now has become very dynamic. Okay, now you realize that the 80s, the 60s, 70s are coming back. I don't know who dictates that, but you also realize that there's the streetwear as well. The streetwear is more or less like what is trending with your personal style. So if you have your personal style, you combine it with whatever is trending, and then you can make something out of it. But I also feel like before, Ghanaians, we don't really explore. I was saying that somewhere, that if a francophone person should walk in here, you would immediately tell that this person is a francophone person based on the way they look. They explore, from their hairdo to the jewelry, the sneakers and everything. They explore a lot. So, and in our part of the world, we feel like, people would judge me wrongly or something. In some few years before, if you wear something like this,
maybe now coming up,
people want to judge you. So it's actually it's a challenge, but I feel it's changing. You see, if you look at the entertainment industry, our rappers, our musicians, they are actually I would say the exposure they are getting from outside is actually helping. So it's good. It's changing. I feel it's good.
Okay, let's take a break and now come and talk about the music industry proper and then fashion.
Sure.
Please, I am here with Guy. Please do not go anywhere.
Yo, what's up, everybody? My name is Brian Domensa, and I'm live here at OnePlay Africa. I just want to say a big congratulations to OnePlay Africa for their 1-year anniversary. They've done so well, bringing light to more creatives, and we appreciate y'all.
Welcome back to OnePlay News, the fashion edition with Guy. Please. Now, before we get ourselves dirty.
Okay.
Let's clean a bit. The industry. What has been the role of fashion in the music industry? Let's look at the year 2021 fully.
Okay.
How impactful was fashion in music?
Okay, well, like I said, in your previous question, I feel like our artists now are doing a lot of work outside. The exposure is actually helping. So music and also fashion goes well. So I think it's doing well. It's okay. It's fairly good. Compared to like 2 or 3 years before, you realize that artists most of them were just off. You can talk about an artist right now, and the next minute they're also talking about you somewhere. They not knowing, forgetting the fact that when somebody talks about you, it means that perhaps you're doing something right, or you're supposed to like change something you're doing. So I think now it's good. It's fairly good.
Okay, are you talking about the whole industry, whether male or female?
The whole industry. The whole industry. Yes. I don't want to mention any name unless you give me a name or something.
Let's narrow it then. I don't want peace. I want problems.
Violence.
I have some pictures here now.
Okay.
You are a fashion designer. This thing I couldn't have done it by myself because if not, you'd have found me.
Okay.
So let's talk about certain people that have positioned themselves as iconic people, not just in music, but in the fashion world, and their dresses influence, the shoes, and they are fast followers. I have one. Let me start with the female ladies first.
Okay.
I have what's her name? Fela Makafui, the wife of Mr. Frimpong, and she's spelled in I think it's coffee brown or dark blue. I really don't know. You understand this? What dressing is this? What color is this first?
Okay, I think the coffee. It has to do with preference. She decided to choose coffee or whatever. But when it comes to dressing or with women, she's very curvy. right? And anything that projects your body shape is like a +1. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's really what you call it.
And then
I'll build some hips that it's me in this dress.
and then secondly, when it comes to fashion, I always say this everywhere I go: like the simpler, the better. The more you add accessories and all that to your body, the more complicated you look like. I'm not talking about anybody, but I'm just saying.
I'm feeling bad.
No.
I'm feeling bad right now.
No, you're looking okay. So in that picture, I think she actually she was trying to avoid trouble, so she went very simple and she went for an outfit that projects her curves and all those things. The shoe is okay, so I think it's good. It's good.
It was a hit.
I don't know if she has a stylist, but if she has, then the stylist is good. If she doesn't, then she's also she has a good eye. Yeah.
There's another picture of hers that she was dressed in. How do you call it? Is it suit?
Okay.
Yeah, it's a red.
Yeah.
Please, you understand. It's you know the technical words for these days. They have to put things together.
Okay.
And with her hair cut low, and to me that doesn't look bad. But I don't know technical eyes.
Okay. The only problem I have with that image is her makeup. But I'll leave that to the makeup people to actually talk about. But as far as the color, I'm not really a red person. So if you wear red and you wear it, from head to toe, and you have to wear something a little bit to, tone it down a little bit, I don't have a problem. But with this red thing, if it depends on the occasion she's going for. I mean, if the occasion, adores it, I mean, I don't have a problem with it. But I'll go for the coffee one,
But
to this one.
A bit more casual as a
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. She was trying to avoid trouble. But if you go for the red, also, it also reveals her physique whatsoever. But
so
I'll give it a 40%.
Hey, my producers are I see Rockstar here.
Yes.
Rockstar is topping birthday, but he's holding this red gym bag, and he has white cake, white straw, white cardigan inside, and another red and awesome.
Well, me and Rockstar, we grew up in the same neighborhood, but Fadama boy. But the average Fadama boy, they agree. Like when it comes to fashion, they would day inside. But for this one, the question I want to ask him is, where is he going? Like, or quite fine, with this bag and all this. So it's kind of difficult to actually, assess the dressing because I don't know where he is or where he's going to. It's indoors and all that. But
I don't know if it's a music video. Fire. I'm trying to see if I was trying to see if I could.
Yeah. So we need to know the occasion. Like, if it's just. Because now the weather, Charlie, or show like your friend is saying this huge cardigan there, like I don't see the head of it. So
aside the weather and everything, was it cool?
Well, if you're looking at the combination he's trying to put across, okay, red, white,
touch of black.
Yes, exactly. But if we are going to detail, then I'm going to ask, where is he going to? Because you are wearing, like a sweatpants, right? And you are wearing, like a half shoe, and then you are holding a bag. So where are you going? Are you going for a runway show or something like? If it's for a runway show, okay, to depict perhaps okay, this is what you want to wear in the winter or something, it is perfect. But in a humid, weather and all that, now it's very sunny. So what? So I'm not getting it. I want to know the occasion. Like if we know the occasion, then perhaps I'll know where to place him.
Shatta Wale was clearly dressed for a particular occasion, which I doubt I know.
Okay.
And he was holding his red cap.
Okay.
And his jeans, his denim jeans, or however the stylists call it.
Okay.
But it is blue, but it's not blue gold, it is almost in the same tones of white.
Okay.
His white sneaker, and then he's wore this white long sleeves and he has one white shirt on it.
Okay.
And we have, this is sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It came from my because of somebody today that you are looking at.
Oh my God.
That's why I did it. I'm so sorry. It's, his eyes.
Okay.
On his neck, and then he's wearing this is this shirt that you're wearing is like the round one.
Yeah.
And yours is a bit over, his a bit
Okay.
And then he's wearing his birds or something. How do they call it?
Exactly, the bird. Yeah.
Let's talk about this. He has a black belt. The belt is, I think, a Louis Vuitton belt.
Okay.
Yeah, and he has his wrist and then the items on the hands. Let's talk about that.
I think he could have avoided this. Like I said, the more simpler, the better for you. He could have just avoided, the tool shed thing makes it, a lot. It makes it, it makes him all over the place. When it comes to Shatta Wale, I feel like he tries too much. When it comes to
fashion.
Yeah, I feel like he tries too much. I don't know who informs his, but for somebody like Shatta Wale, I think it will be difficult to have a stylist for Shatta Wale, don't you think so? Because he's so dominating. He feels he wants to dictate what he wears, where he wants to go to. He wants to drive himself, and all those things. But for this dressing, let's go back to this dressing. I feel, he's trying too much. First of all, I don't think, the double shirt thing, works so much for me. The one shirt, the short sleeve with the beret would have been okay. The jewelry is not bad because now, like I said, the 80s are now coming back. You realize people are wearing more jewelries and all that. It's coming back, and a lot of colorful dresses and all that is also coming back. So it's not bad. But the double dress thing, the double shirt thing, it doesn't work for me. If I'm to take one thing away from that, I'll take the long sleeve off and leave the white shirt.
Okay.
And then every other thing would have been okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of the day. His new music video, which is not even thing, obviously is out.
Yeah.
And obviously there will be stills. I'll say around the car, I said life is always in motion, so take stills. Here are some stills, and let's look at the dressing. He was in a sea blue trouser.
Yeah.
And then these stuff that's vintage.
Summer shirt.
Vintage. It's
a summer shirt.
Summer.
Yes.
Please project to It's called
It's a summer shirt. Yeah.
Summer shirt.
Yeah.
And he has his shades,
Exactly.
And he has two gold chains.
Yes.
That almost looks like mine. I'm sure it's more expensive than mine, but hey, here we are. And he's wearing his white sneakers.
Charlie, Obede. Can I go now? Obede is I think he's grown, like he's really matured when it comes to fashion. I really have to big up his stylist. The person is really doing a good job on Obede. And if you look at the images, I think he's looking simple, but he's looking simple and trendy at the same time. You realize now people are wearing a lot of colorful stuff. This summer shirt or flower top. It's something that people are wearing a lot. And the jewelry thing, now you can wear like 2 or 3 jewelries at the same time, and it's something that is actually helping. So I feel he's on point with a white sneaker. And Obede is one person who like drives a lot of people, the youth. When he wears something now, you realize that a lot of the youth follow. He wore this Jordan 4, creamy Jordan 4 some time back, and these are things that we don't even sell. It doesn't even sell. When I bring it to my shop like this, people come in and they don't even buy it because they feel like it's obsolete, it's gone. But Obede wore it for like a photo shoot, and now it's all over the place.
Wow.
You don't even get it to buy.
Wow.
Exactly. So he has a lot of influence on the youth. If you see this look, you go for the next award show, you realize people are trying to look the same way Obede is looking. Even though people cannot like afford this kind of jewelry, but you realize that people will want to mimic the exact same look.
Right.
So Obede, Charlie, any day,
Charlie. Let's take a break and then come and wrap up.
Sure.
How is sales doing? I know you've been doing some sales. How is it going?
Well, it's okay.
How can we get some? And what is the next sales that is coming up?
Sales is good. Sales is good. My handle still remains, at the Real Guy Guidance, on IG, Facebook, Twitter. We are everywhere. And if you go on our platforms, you go to our gallery, you can go through every image we have and then place your orders and we'll bring it to you. And the next thing we are doing is for Vals. Vals is coming. So, we are saying, we have a special package, for, some people are saying Vals is for the women, but I feel it's for both. It sounds a little biased, So we have something that is for both women and for men. Okay, we have packages ranging from 250 Ghana to 600 Ghana cedis, and both come, all of them come with, stuff that are under them. But we also have, a special package that you can actually customize. You actually tell what you want the package to be about, and that also starts from like 300 Ghana cedis. So it's for both, women and men. That's the next thing we're having now. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the interview with that guy. Please follow him and follow his works, and I'm sure we'll see more of him. I hope you have.
OnePlay. Add class to your music.